It's not mint. It's
But
not
it
root beer
smells
either.
like-
But not exactly.
Birch
I don't
beer.
like licorice.
Not quite licorice. It's birch beer because it's birch, but there's something else everyone's missing. This is a black birch tree. It has alternate leaves. The leaves are in ones. They're
I want one. Good, but
they're slightly heart-shaped at the base, narrow and pointed at the tip, and the leaves have double teeth on them. They have teeth serrations that have their own serrations on them. And if you chew on the twig, it has a very delicious flavor, and so far no one's identified it. Some of you already know. And that's, what's that called? I think that's feverfew. It's a member of the composite family related, no, fleabane, daisy fleabane. It might repel fleas, I don't know. That's about it. Yeah, who didn't get to chew on this?
The feverfew, they bottle and sell it.
Yeah, it's not feverfew, it's daisy fleabane. Here, chew on the woody part. Let's get some more pieces to pass back. Here, if you can pass this back, make sure everyone got some to chew on. Who can identify the flavor?
Root beer.
Nope.
Root beer, yeah.
No? No, I'm sure you know.
You were exempt.
Yeah. Okay, tell us, Jillian.
mint.
No, not mint. Okay, there's one chewing gum that has this flavor. It starts.
We picked the
No.
plant too,
Don't tell me.
Julian. This has red berries also.
Tea beer again?
Yes, tea berry or wintergreen. Contains oil of wintergreen, otherwise known as methyl salicylate. This is chemically related to aspirin. And
So
it is,
painkiller?
yes,
Oh.
this is the Indians would make large quantities of strong tea and drink cup after cup because it's much weaker than aspirin, and eventually they'd get to the dosage where it would relieve pain. So if you're living hundreds of years ago, it's better to keep drinking this for a couple of hours and get rid of the pain than wait for aspirin to be invented. So you have a low-dose aspirin. When in your life is low-dose aspirin going to be useful? 2 times.
I have to take it.
Okay, heart attack is one. And what's the other?
The blood clots.
Oh, think of the other, and going back in the other direction. This is when you have no disease at all, and you have pain, but you want low-dose aspirin. I'll show you.
Chicken pox?
No, when you're healthy. When you're healthy.
Growing pains?
You're getting close. Getting close.
Puberty?
When you're older, you want it when you're flying.
Okay, here's my daughter Violet when she was 1.
Teething.
Teething. You use it for teething.
And you gave her aspirin?
No, aspirin is too strong. I gave her this to chew on. It's very low dose, so you're not going to overdose on it. It's too big to swallow, and it goes right to where the pain is. It's safe and it works. And I've never seen any records on this, but I have no doubt at all that the Native Americans use this for their kids for teething because they wanted to sleep as much as I did.
Maybe
And-
wisdom teeth? Having wisdom teeth?
It's not so for an adult. You need a stronger dose of
Oh, I
painkiller.
see.
But for kids, so here are some other images.
I see.
This is my pen and ink drawing of the leaves. Does it look like black birch? Okay. Jillian is great. She's been going with her parents for years. Between her and my daughter Violet, they could lead the tour on their own. And maybe they will when they're teenagers. Jillian, do you and Violet want to co-lead your own tour when you're like 13 or 14? Okay, these are the buds you get in the winter. They have a reddish brown tip and lots of scales. So this is how you recognize it without the leaves. And these are the female flowers. They become little cones. Again, anytime you scratch and sniff the plant, These are the male flowers. They're called catkins. They spread pollen into the air. It's wind pollinated. But if you scratch and sniff, you'll get the wintergreen odor.
Does this produce a sap?
Yes, yeah, and here's the bark of the tree. It's gray and smooth and has horizontal stripes. Yeah, people have boiled down the sap like maple syrup.
Is that what this is?
It's black birch. So, this.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like. The only similar thing is cherry. Cherry usually has more cracks, and on a live tree you can smell the difference. So this is probably black birch. So this methyl salicylate is a chemical forerunner to aspirin. It's also a signal. If the black birch is injured, let's say by insects that are eating it, it'll give off the odor of oil of wintergreen or methyl salicylate. What do you think predatory insects will do when they smell it? What environmental clue will they pick up on to know which direction to fly in? The wind. Yeah, they fly upwind in a zigzag pattern and zero in on where the tree is injured, and then they rescue the tree and get a meal at the same time. Now, besides chewing on these, you can get put these into a pot, pour boiling water over it, let it sit 20 minutes, and you have a tea. If you find a big black birch tree, get a lot of twigs, make a big pitcher of tea once a week. If you're my age, drink a cup every morning and every night, and it reduces your chance of getting a heart attack or stroke. If you are healthy and you take low-dose aspirin, the risk of getting internal bleeding is greater than the risk of than the chance that you're going to avoid a heart attack that you otherwise would have gotten, because healthy people usually don't get heart attacks. That's been shown in studies. But black birch has never been shown to increase the risk, even small risk, of strokes or bleeding. So this is preferable if you're healthy to low-dose aspirin. So, and what I do is I take the tea and I boil it with agar, which is a seaweed that gives you a thickening effect. And then I put in an herbal sweetener called stevia and some vanilla and freshly grated orange rind. Simmer it until the agar dissolves, and then I put it in a bowl and chill it. Anyone know what I make?
Jello?
Jello, yeah, makes a wonderful jello. So if anyone, I don't think we should pick any more from this particular tree. I doubt it will be able to survive because it's in the shade. It needs more sun than it's getting. But if we see any others, we'll be able to harvest those. So take a look at the leaves again and see if we can, we'll see if we can spot this later on. Also cures bad breath.